Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel, and that's right, you're looking at the Power Rangers. This is from the Lightning Collection. This is the Time Force Blue Ranger. And I gotta tell you that one of the reasons that I got this was because this Vector Cycle looks really cool, and I thought it might be like really cool to use with other figures like G.I. Joe action figures or something like that. This main part of the bike was all wrapped up in one bag, and everything you see here was in another bag, and it was just wrapped. And so like I open it, let everything drop out, and I pretty much shredded that package because I wanted to make sure that I had gotten everything. But it's super sleek, and it's kind of futuristic, obviously, because it's a time cycle, and it's got these handlebars, and you saw all the parts, and it was kind of tough to put this handlebar in. Okay, so this is obviously pressure. It goes on, and you're supposed to push it on there, but like, man, it is tough. And this piece just pops off. It just kind of sits in there. I can't really get it to click down, so I don't know what I'm gonna do, if I'm gonna add some glue or whatever. But it also has this like kickstand, but the problem with the kickstand is you have to get in the right spot because it wants to tilt that way. So on a not perfectly flat surface, it's gonna want to flip over. It doesn't flip over right now because I have a piece behind it. But anyways, because this is a Time Force Blue Ranger, let's just take a look at it. And you know what? It's kind of interesting because the figure just feels loose to me here. But it does have like this pivot piece down there, which I guess makes sense as why the legs feel like a little bit loose. It does have the double jointed knees, so he does get good articulation, and he does have that pivot point there in the foot, and he does have this butterfly joint, so he could really get some good articulation. The problem is, even with all of this articulation, when he's on the motorcycle, or when he's on the motorcycle and you got him in this position and you want him riding it, he's basically just going to be setting his hands on the handlebar because he doesn't really want to hold onto the handlebars. And you can sort of force the fingers is what I did, but you can see there's like some discoloration right here. So if you like open the fingers up to try to grip the handlebar, you kind of like mess with the plastic, the integrity of the plastic. And then the thing is, he doesn't really grip the handlebar anyways. Just looks off. And then if I turn him upside down, he won't hold on to the steering wheel. It is a really good looking figure, if you know, of course, if you like Power Rangers. And then we'll get the regular head sculpt, and that is the face. And I think they did a pretty good job on it. I'm probably never going to use that face for this figure. I'm going to keep the Power Rangers head. And the thing is, because he is the time guy, I'm going to do a little bit of time warping on you. So I do have this Blue Ranger, and look at that, the arm just like is cool because it's got that power action or whatever, so that's kind of cool. And then you got the fingers, and this is a pretty old one right here, and you can just actually boom boom boom, right? So that's kind of cool, and that's a Blue Ranger. I just broke that one out because it's Blue Ranger. And then of course, I don't collect that many Rangers, but if you watch my channel, you know that I watched the Super Sentai when I was little, and this is pretty much the OG of the Power Rangers, because in Japan, the Super Sentai was the original storyline behind what later became in the States, the Power Rangers. So there's a whole long line of Super Sentai overseas, and then you got the Power Rangers that started in what, like the 90s or whatever, but this is from the 70s, and this is where these guys come from. Anyways, I really appreciate you checking out this video. As always, everybody, have a fantastic day.